I've got a little story and I'm going to try to make it as concise as possible because there's a lot of details and it might be long, but I'm trying not to make it long. So my friend asked me to take her to the mechanic today for an oil change for her car. So we had to go pick up her car from her husband's work so she could then drive it over. It was all on the way. It's actually like within less than 10 minutes from here. And we go in and drop off her car for an oil change. And I had said, oh, I actually have to ask this mechanic because this is the one I went to before who gave us that great news and got our car going great. But I had a question about something else that they had recommended that we take care of at some point. It was to the tune of $1,600. They said it was not immediate. The car was still safe to drive, but that it was a wear and tear thing. And they like to do both sides when they do this repair. So I had the thought, could this be related in any way to an incident back in January that it was all like, there was an incident with the front of the car that was repaired, but I'm like, I think that was to the right side. And I think that what they're saying is happening to the left side, but I want to know because if it's under that warranty, then I would like them to fix it. And if not, then I'll know at least, and we'll kind of go from there. So I said to her, can I ask a question while we're there? Do you have time for us to stay? And she's like, sure. So I bring out the paperwork with this warranty and I'm like, can you please look this over and just let me know kind of where I stand with this. And it was determined that they did everything fine and it is not under that warranty. It is just the one side, but they had said, let's bring the car in and lift it up and take a look and make sure. I asked my friend, do you have time for this? Is this okay? Oh yeah, sure. Okay, great. Thank you. While we're here. So they lift it up and show me this side, see it's brand new. This side, yes, that's the wear and tear. It's actually so helpful to see because I don't know what left front CV axle boot means. Front left I get, but the rest of it I didn't understand. Oh, okay, that's what that is. The good part is though that we only need the left, not both of them. So that 1,600 is like $850 for just the one now, which is much less. Not doing that right now, and I still feel like they said you don't have to do this right now, and you'll know when it needs it. But anyway, that was kind of nice to know and get that peace of mind. I got those questions answered. It was way easier to go in person and say, can you look at this paperwork, than try to figure this out on the phone. And thanks, great. Thank you, friend, for waiting. And we're getting ready to go. Her car pulls out. They're done with the oil change. She was going to have her husband, like someone at his work was going to like take at lunchtime and bring him back to pick up the car. It was done in all that time. So we're like, oh my gosh, her car is done. Now we can just drop it off at her husband's office exactly where he left it. And we'll go home. We left and got back home exactly 1 hour later. The whole oil change was done, the drive to and from and dropping it off at her husband's work, and me getting to ask my question and getting the second best set of news about it that I had questions about. So that felt like a wink. It really did. Just how synchronistic and everything that was. And then the second wink of the day that I noticed was that Brian just started with this new company, and I coordinate the whole like rental cars in between the drives for him. So whenever he drops off a vehicle, he's got to get an Uber to a car rental to drive however long to the next place to drop off the car rental, then to get another Uber to the pickup of the next place. That's kind of often how it goes. Unless you're like in the same town and you have something close, but so far it's been car rentals in between. And one I had coordinated, like it was 2 minutes away from the car rental place to the drop off, and then 7 minutes to the pickup. And he told me later, he's like, both places offered me a ride and I didn't even have to get the Uber. And the second place, the 7-minute drive, the Uber was estimated to take 45 minutes to get there and it was $85. Nuts. So that also felt like a little wink today. So there's just some nice little things that I was appreciating how smooth and nice those things were going. Thought I'd share. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.